The landscape of the National Mall seems so timeless, so eternal, we forget that it is actually man-made. The more we understand how the mall came to be and how it has changed over the years, the better we understand America's evolution as a nation. Like the country itself, the mall was once much smaller. Part of a capital carved from the wilderness. George Washington himself chose the site for the city and asked a Frenchman named Pierre-Charles L'Enfant to map out a plan.
L'Enfant was a young French artist and engineer, and he came to America to help with the Revolutionary War. And he found himself with one of the history's greatest commissions, design a new capital city for the world's newest empire.
Out of the tidal flats, forests, and farmland, the transplanted Frenchman dreams of a capital to match the young country's ambition. L'Enfant places the new capital's major landmarks on the area's high points.
He came up with a design that put the Capitol building on the highest spot, then called Jenkins Hill, now called Capitol Hill.
L'Enfant takes one look at that and says, that's where the Capitol's going to go. Then he looks across Tiber Creek, and he sees sort of a rise in the land, sort of a bluff almost. And he says, that's where the president's house is going to go.
L'Enfant next reserves another piece of ground within view of both on the eastern bank of the Potomac River, marked with the letter A. Here, he insists, is where a planned monument to George Washington will be built. And connecting the Capitol and his monument to Washington, L'Enfant imagined something else. A grand promenade to match the gardens of Versailles, lined by public buildings and a broad canal. L'Enfant's promenade would one day become our national mall.
He was thinking way into the future, and he wanted to establish a kind of order and symbolism that could withstand hundreds of years.
It was a daring dream for a country whose future was very much in doubt. But over the next 200 years, the mall, like the nation itself, would outdo even L'Enfant's vision. The mall's current centerpiece, the Washington Monument, is an extreme case in point. The original design was much more modest, a statue of Washington riding a horse. But today's monument is a stone obelisk over 500 feet tall, made up of nearly 40,000 granite and marble blocks, weighing more than 90,000 tons.